Hi everyone, in this tutorial we'll see how we can handle drop downs and alert in Selenium, right? So we'll cover those two things in the same tutorial. Let's see. So first of all, I want to show like what we'll automate here. So here this is Indeed site, which is like job search site where we can search for the jobs and we can apply, right? So first we'll log in here by clicking on sign in button. So here I created one test account, right? So we'll enter the credentials, we'll sign in, then we'll click on this button, not button, like on this link, username. So then we'll click on preferences. In the preferences, we'll select in these drop downs, these are the drop downs. We'll select any of the value, right, based on our requirements. Suppose we want to search the jobs in 7 days and in the area of like 10 miles, right? So we want to save the preferences so that it can show the jobs. And now here is the alert. So we want to click on this alert, right? So that's how we can cover these two things, like drop down and alert, in the same tutorial, which are the like very important concept in Selenium, we can say. So let's start from here. So sign up first. Okay, so what we can do, let's open the okay, so let's create a new class. Okay, so let me give the name to alert and DD. Okay, alert and drop down. Okay, so in this here we don't have reference libraries, so we need to import those jar files for Selenium WebDriver. Build path, configure build path. So click on libraries, add libraries, not sorry, add external jars. Oh sorry, let's click on add external jars. So here I have stored those jars files in this Selenium 3.40. it means this is Selenium version 3.4.0, right? So all jar files are here. Let's copy all those jar files and we can click OK. So all those jar files are imported in this project now, right? See here, reference libraries, and now we can start. So first of all, what we'll do, we'll open the Indeed site, right? Launch. Okay, so I'll comment everything, all the logic what we'll write here, so that later on you can understand it easily. So WebDriver, let's create a WebDriver. So it's a Firefox driver we'll create. So let's import this. So this WebDriver class is in this package, and move the mouse over this, and then you can see import Firefox driver, which is this class is mentioned in this method, sorry. Okay, now we have created the driver instance. Let's maximize the window, because first when it will open the window, the browser window, that would be in, like, it won't be in maximized size. So here we'll maximize that. I think you all know about these things from my previous tutorials. If you know that, then you can scroll it forward a little bit, right, just to save your time. So this is the URL of the site. what it will do, it will create an instance of the WebDriver, and then it will maximize the window. Then it will enter the URL in the browser, and it will open this, right? So once it will open this, then here we can provide some wait statement, so that once this page will load completely, only then we'll take the next action. So driver timeouts. So let's wait for 3 seconds. So this is the syntax for wait command, like we can provide wait time 3 seconds. So let's see in the browser. Once it will load this page, it will, after entering this URL, it will wait for 3 seconds, and then we'll click on this button. So now we need to inspect that object, like this button, right? So here you can see it's showing XPath or ID, which is unique. So we can take either ID or XPath. So let's use XPath in this case. So if you want to generate your own XPath, I think you know how we can generate. So it's very simple. Tag name add attribute equal to the value. So in this way you can generate your XPath. So let's click on that element, driver.find element XPath. So here instead of the star, either you can use the tag name, like here you can see, but it's inside div tag, so that's why he's using simply the star. It's a wild character. It means it will take whatever the tag it is, so we don't need to worry about what tag it is. So automatically it will take that tag, and then it will see this ID, user options label, and then it will click on this, right? So we need to click on that one. So we can click on this. So once it will click on this, we'll come to this screen, right? So we need to inspect here. We need to enter the email ID and password, right? So here we can wait for 3 seconds. Let's use another syntax for wait. So let's wait for 2 seconds by the time page will load. So just to remove this error, you can add this. So interrupted exception, you see, that's gone. So done. So now simply we can again I'm just copy pasting this, and I'll change this ID and password, right? So here also you can see this is the XPath. So I'm just copy pasting and replacing this here. So as I already told you, you can generate your own XPath as well, right? So here if you'll see, either we can use this one. Let me show you how we use this. So here see, the tag name is input, this is attribute, these are all attributes, name, label, date, data, react ID, right? So and these are values which are in double quotes. So let's use that syntax so that you can see. Input tag name, add name, attribute, and this is the value. Oh, sorry. So the value is underscore email. You can see here, right? Underscore email. So in the same way, we can see the password field. So here also input tag name underscore password. So same thing we need to do here. Okay, we missed something. I think double, right? Yeah. So let's copy paste this one so that we can change only the password thing. So it will enter the password here. Actually I'm making mistake. This is text box. Here we need to enter the email ID. So instead of clicking on that, we'll use send keys. Send keys is used if you want to send some value or enter some value. Test1 forum. I already told you this account I already created on this. This is the test account. Just for testing purpose I created on that site. Login with that one. So here as well you can see driver.send keys and the password will be testings, right? So and after entering the password, username and password, we need to click on this button. So this is the sign in button. So here as well you can create your own XPath. So instead of this default one, you can create your own as well, right? So like let me show you. Type some. So here let me use this one. We'll change in this one. I'm just copy pasting just to save the time, and then I'll change the attribute and value. So here you can see in this here one attribute is type and value is submit, and on this web page we can see only one button is there. So let's see, this one is also there, but for this we don't have any name, no type. We don't have any type submit. So this is the only button on this web page which is unique. So we can use that. Let's see, type is unique. So here we can type is submit. So as of now we should be able to log in on this page. Let's try to run this first, then we'll write the logic. Okay, see, here we can see here you go. This is the console view. Okay, so this is the problem. Like we need to use Gecko driver whenever you are seeing this issue, like Marionette driver. So it's an issue for that Gecko driver, since we are using Firefox, it's a Selenium 3.0 with Firefox version greater than 52 or 50. So in that case we need to add one statement here, system dot set property, this one, right? And property here you need to mention WebDriver dot Gecko driver, and here you need to mention the path of that one where you have downloaded. So this driver you need to download from Mozilla site, like you can search on internet and you can download this Gecko driver. So in my case I have stored this driver here. This one is Gecko driver. So this is the path. I'll copy paste this path. Let's see, yeah, control V. Can even close that one for the time being. And this is, but .exe, this is exe file, right, in that folder. But as we all know, in Java this will not work, so we need to change this path right? And we are all set. So now if we'll run this one, so let's run this program first. Okay, it's launched the browser, enter the URL, then click on that button, enter username, password, signed in, right? So we came on this tab. Now we need to click on this button, then select preferences so that we can move to that page. So now we can close this one. Okay, so here let's login first so that we can write the code to the next step. So we need to click on this button. Now let's identify this object. So here we can use this XPath. Let's see, let me copy this controls. Control V will copy this one and paste here. Okay, so we have clicked on this. Let's wait for 1 second so that we can see when it will click on this. Otherwise we will not see like what's happening here. So 1 second I'm giving, we can increase it, we will not see anything. So then we need to click on the preferences. So let's see. So here you can see it's a link where the text is preferences. So we can use another syntax now, driver dot find element by, so this one, by link text, right? So here we can use preferences, right? Or dot click, we need to click on this one, right? So let's see the spelling is okay, or I can copy this. Okay, so once we'll click on this, then we'll come to this page. Here we need to play with the drop downs. Okay, so we'll click on this playlist. Let's see, we'll select this value within 3 days, right? Okay, so let's see what is this drop down. Okay, so the drop down name is age. Okay, so first here we'll use a select class. It's a little tricky, it's not like the previous thing we were using. So let's use age equal to age. I'm just giving the variable name, so don't worry about it. So select age name, select, and then in this select we can use the same Selenium syntax, driver dot find element by dot. So here we can see it's either we can use our own XPath, right? Let me say by dot XPath. So the XPath would be whatever we generate star and name at name equal to age, right? We need to identify this object. So name is this, and this is attribute, this is value. So instead of this XPath which is showing here, so I have created my own XPath, right? So let's import this class. Okay, so now each dot. So now we have 3 ways to get the value of that drop list, either by index number or by value or by visible text. So let's open this. I want to show you. So here this is either value, either by value we can get the like select this option in the drop down, or by this select by visible text. So this is visible text which we can see here, right? Or by index. index is always like 0 1 2 3. So let's see, I'll use two different options with these two drop downs. So let's first select by visible text. Okay, so visible text would be within 3 days. Okay, okay, and let me mention here the comment DropDown handling. Okay, so let's see. So is dot select by visible text, right? And now in the same way we can use select. So let me use some wait statement so that we can see the steps clearly, like what is happening. Otherwise it would be in that much speed, like we would not be able to identify like what is going on. So that's why I'm using this 2 seconds wait every step. Select, and this one would be, the next one would be, so it's a radius. Okay, so let's copy paste so that I can simply just change the name and we can see. So the next would be radius. I'm just changing the variable name, and here the drop down name radius, and then select by. Here we can change radius dot select by. Now you can take either index or value, by value, right? So let me enter the value. So here you can select either like 10 miles, 15 miles, 5 miles, right? So let me enter 15 so that we can see 15 miles, right? So here we have entered 15 miles, right? Then we need to click on that button, right, just to save these preferences, right? So on this page we can see these two buttons, but they are same, right? So there is no difference in these buttons. You can click on any of the button, right? So input type submit, and only this button is there, rest are links, so we don't need to worry about anything. So we can create our own XPath, or we can use the same one, like here Control C, Control V. This is tag name. Here you can see tag name is input, and then this value type. So in this case I'm using type, and this value is submit. So here type and value is submit. So we are all set. Now we'll click on that, and then it will open an here you can see alert. So let's select within 3 days and 15 miles, right? Click on this. Now we are seeing this alert. Okay, so how to handle this alert? Okay, for that we have alert class. Let's see how we'll handle that one. So this logic would be alert handling. Okay, so here we'll use alert and then object driver dot navigate or switch to alert. Okay, so this is the syntax. Like now our driver focus is navigated to alert, right? So let's import this class. Okay, so now either we can type this text on the console by using this. Let's see, system dot out dot println. Okay, so here we can this variable name, and then dot get text. So this method is used to get the text of this that. So what it will do, it will just print the text of this alert on the console, and then we can handle this alert. Alert dot accept. So accept means either we can accept it or dismiss it, right? So let's accept that, and we are all set. Now we'll come back to our main page. So here you can see, once we click on this accept means we are clicking on OK button. So we came on this, right? So here we can now search for the jobs, right? So let's search for any jobs. Job searching. So I'll write this quickly so that okay. So here we have two text box where one has already some value. Here we'll clear this value and we'll enter our preferred city. So I'll show you how we can do that. And then this button, we need to click on this button. So here we can see this is the text box where ID is what, right? And this text box has ID is where. So in this case, either we can use XPath like this one, or we can use like find element by ID. So we'll use find element by ID because we have already seen how to find element by XPath and link text, right? So let's see something different. Driver dot find element by ID. So ID is what? Dot send keys. So in this suppose Selenium or web automation. Okay, so we'll send this in first text box, right? And second text box we need to clear. So here we can take right, so driver dot find element by dot ID, right? So ID is where if you know that. So I told you ID is where, right? So we find this object, and now what we'll do, we'll store in a web element, right? So return type would be web element. So let's see, web element, and it's WHERE where, right? So where I'm just giving the variable name. Let's import this class. Okay, so now we need to what I said, I will clear this value. Okay, so I took the value of this object in this variable and will clear this where dot clear. Okay, so now it will clear the value of this field, and then we can send some values, whatever we want to enter. So let's see, I want to find out the jobs in Sunnyvale, CA, California, right? So here, yeah, alright, and let me put the wait statement so that you can see the difference. Control C, and here I'll use, or let me put that here so that okay. So once we'll click on submit button, then it will wait for 2 minutes, and then it will handle this alert. Then it will wait for again 2 minutes, and again 2 seconds. It's 2 seconds, not minutes, right? Minute will be too long. So here we'll enter this value, send keys, and then we need to click on that button. So here we can see what is this button, find jobs. So ID is FJ, and I can see here also one button. The find jobs is the only one button which has IDFG, so we can use anything. So let's use this as this. So let me paste this, right? And here you can see this is the X path. So here we can enter this X path. Okay, and now once it will click on the X path, we will be able to see the results. Then on that page, I'll wait for some second. Sorry. So I'll wait for 10 seconds and then I'll close that window. Okay, so here we have, in this tutorial we have covered so many things. If you will see, like, why do we need this Gecko driver, then launching is like a website, then log into that website, DropDown handling, alert handling, right? And then how we can enter the values using different like methods of object finding, right? So now we'll run this program and we'll see how it's working. I hope this should work. We haven't checked it in between. We are continuously writing the code. So let's see. Enter the URL, done. Enter the value, done. Click on that button, done. Preferences selected, within 3 days, within 15 miles, and then preferred, done. Okay, so now it will navigate to that page, done. Web automation, then Selenium CA. Click on find jobs, and here we go, all set. On this page it will wait for 10 seconds and then it will close this window. So here you go. So we are all set. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching.